CEO of Geo Platforms Limited, which is part of the Indian Reliance Group, who's going to talk to us about the experiences that Geo Platforms are having. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Excellent. Good evening. And welcome to the new year of, I would say, the greatest transformation of our lifetime. If I or anyone else, we know and they say the real impact of this new era is known. Let's call the new era the intelligence era or the I-generation era. I would say it's a little premature. And the good thing is change is happening for sure, and it's happening very fast. Dr. Alexander Graham Bell was born today. He's a Scottish, Canadian, American inventor. And I would say he's a great gentleman. He's a great human being. He's a great scientist. And we need more of him in this age as AI and Gen AI and whatever is to come next is going to be transforming us. And I have to say that I am extremely honored and privileged to be here today, and thank you very much for having me. And our Honorable Minister, Mr. Jodhindra Sindhia, talked about the profound impact of India and the world, especially of the telecom industry. And we need actually people like him to push us to the next level. And by the way, when I was coming up, a young lady told me, "You don't have a teleprompter messaging." And I said, yes, I don't have a teleprompter. And maybe that's good news, maybe that is bad news. And when you think about C-Dance 2.0, the impact of Kung Fu robots from Unitree, or the chips, or the frontier models from the US, clearly the world is changing, and it is imperative to redefine, and the entire telecom and the digital industry. When you look at the investments that is happening in the world, you will see that this year alone, over $3 trillion is going to be put in AI. And of that, about 810 billion is just for a few of the hyperscalers. And clearly, it is, from a GDP perspective, completely different from the industrial to the internet era. It's clearly a generational transformation, and where industrial, if you look at it, mechanized production, internet is what we actually live in. It's the internet and cloud as we evolve into the AI era. And by the way, the AI era is not an upgrade cycle. It is completely resetting the economic and the business equation, because we are going to be creating a new businesses of trillions of dollars, and that to me is the biggest opportunity. Now, when you look at the intelligence economy, a couple of things are going to change. The AI infrastructure, the telecom infrastructure is going to change. The intelligent endpoint is going to be a key pillar. And we are going to talk about how the functional dismantling of the workforces and how AI is getting embedded into all the critical economic and national grids, and the unprecedented scale of disruption of businesses and the business models. Now, this is not, by the way, an OSI layer of unlearning, and we are learning some new model. It is about building a trusted intelligence infrastructure. And that infrastructure is, to simplistically, I'm calling it the AI command architectural framework. And that, to me, is the fundamental building block of the 7-layer intelligence architecture that I'm referring to, that the AI and the telecom infrastructure will be building. And by the way, this is not going to be built by a set of tools that is kind of broken and fragmented. but from a unified, integrated architecture. This is about integrating workflows and delivering outcomes. This is what I call as the command architecture framework. Now, just like the AI and the infrastructure transformation, the endpoints are going to be having transformation. Whether it is my clicker to my pens, to my pendants, to my pins, to the glasses, right, or to the drones, or my famous Kung Fu robots, they are all, the interfaces are going to disappear, and all connected systems is going to think, coordinate, and act in real time. Now, I talked about dismantling. It is very important for us to not look at the talent, the workforce, and the people as just some automation, as some doing things faster and quicker. It is complete, and it is not about reskilling. It is a complete reset, and it is about leveraging the full capability and not incrementalization of the internet opportunity, the intelligence opportunity. Now, when you think about the intelligence economy, there are certain building blocks in establishing the leadership. Technology leadership is now the economic leadership. How many people get called into being on daises that are technology heavyweights? And economic leadership is national leadership. And to get to that national leadership, you will have to embed intelligence into the energy sector, the transportation, the finance, the national defense and security sector. And for all of these sectors, these critical economic vibrant sectors, the foundational layer is going to be the telecom layer. Because when you build infrastructure at scale, you will build intelligence at scale. Now, our planet, our world, that's our home. And we are the guardians of the home and the planet. And there is a responsibility in each one of us in making sure that we manage those critical resources the right way. Now, we know the population is growing to 10 billion. We know there is a concern in terms of the water. We know there is a concern in terms of productivity of food. We know energy concern. But I also believe AI, used responsibly and together with the critical resources, is going to be humanity's most impactful tool for continued balancing between Earth, our planet, and the next generation of transformation. Now, the telecom industry of yesterday and the telecom industry of tomorrow is definitely not the same. And let me say, some of the operators will embrace and be successful. Others will struggle. And what I mean by that is the telecom currency is going to be rapidly changing from minutes to bytes to tokens. And we sincerely believe at Jio, we will be one of the first scalable token services provider. And why is that? We made voice free in India. You heard the minister earlier talk about 9 cents a GB. We delivered as Jio with now over 525 million subscribers, 9 cents a GB, and we are determined to deliver the lowest cost of dollar per token per watt. And let me reiterate that we do not want to be the LTP, and we will talk about LTP. And that acronym, you know, that's one thing about the telecom guys, we love it. And that is being the largest token pipe, beyond being the connectivity pipe. Do we want to be the largest token pipe? I don't think so, because the AI's reckoning is going to fundamentally change your networks and your devices, because they are not going to be the same. There are a few guys in the industry who's making 90% of the values, right? But we have certain levers. The question is, can we become the fabric of that AI infrastructure and become the owner of the tokenomics? And that is the opportunity so that we can become the largest token generator opportunity and not just be another token pipe. Because this era is going to be a very critical era. Why is that? A lot of generations of our time is going to look at our era and look at it as a multi-generational shift that has happened. And this shift is not just about happening in the telecom. It's in every fabric of the world, the fabric of our economy, the fabric of geopolitical balances of our society. And for telecom, this is a great opportunity, whether you call it the tokens, whether you call the 4 pillars of the transformation that I talked about, or I am calling this the iGrid, the intelligence grid that we will own. And I will just, in conclusion, I would say, as I was walking the floor yesterday, an analyst came up to me and said, "Are you apprehensive of the industry and the big transformation in AI?" Now, I can tell you, it is, in some minds, could be big anxiety. But I also believe it is the biggest opportunity. And the outcomes is going to be determined by the choices we make. So good luck, and thank you very much for having me.
Matthew, thank you so much. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much. We're just going to set up for